David, thanks so much for being here. I'd love to know what your number one piece of advice is to your younger self.
Probably, hey, really find something that you truly enjoy and have fun, because I think if you enjoy something very much, then you're also good at it. So for me, now doing On has just been such a fantastic journey, doing something that is about sports, but about design as well, about consumers. I just love it, and that's important.
Speaking of passions, if you weren't a founder, what would you be doing with your life?
I love building, I love design, I love architecture, so I probably would be an architect and not building running shoes, but building buildings.
What is your secret sauce to building an epic consumer brand?
People probably say, hey, consumer first and so on, but I think at the very end, it really comes down to build an amazing product. That's what we also come back to. If you do something that people love in terms of function, feel, but then also how it looks like, then it becomes contagious. And so for me, the advice would be product first.
Do you think at On specifically, there was also something about timing?
We came out of the financial crisis when we were contemplating whether it's now a good time to start a brand, to do a startup. And so we went on this long hike and convinced each other that it's a fantastic idea to do that just in the middle or at the end of a crisis, because you never know when the crisis is ending. So for us, it still felt very much middle of the crisis, but we said, hey, if things get a little bit tough, the thing that people do is going back to basics. They going back to eating healthy, to live healthy, and just kind of building that resilience. And we very much felt running is a part of resilience, and it's also a very accessible sport. I think that should be encouragement to everyone who is starting a company right now, because now it's potentially where the next cycle starts. And so I would encourage everyone to build out of a crisis.
What do you think the 2020s will be remembered for?
I feel it's going to be a lot about resilience as well. So I feel we're currently a little bit in a decoupling moment. I think the 20s will define how we come together as a world, as humankind again. And so I think it will be this big shift, and being resilient but also being optimistic about it, I think is important to come out of that at a very good point in terms of how we can continue to build this world together as humankind.
What is a productivity hack that you use?
It sounds a little bit boring, but going to bed early and getting up very early in the morning. So I feel just that few hours in the morning where you're not in meetings, not in calls, not on Slack, but just have 2-3 hours for yourself. That's for me the productivity hack.
And what's your favorite book?
As a kid, it used to be Huckleberry Finn, because it was this feel of exploration and excitement and freedom. And so for me, exploration is really important. 2-3 years ago, I read Sapiens, and I feel it's just something that really triggers something in your head, because you start to realize that some things that you almost take for granted are inventions and constructs that happened in the mind of humankind. And so it probably provokes to challenge given things, and I think that's very much what an entrepreneur should do as well.